Wow, this is actually a lot of fun. Hey, this is Comic. You're watching Comic Plays Spin Yuri, episode 43. I don't know where I am, actually, right now. We collapsed. We collapsed in the desert, and I think a hippogriff brought us here. You're awake. Are you alright? You passed out by the town entrance. Oh, okay. Did you see a giant dragon eagle thing? Are you alright already? You can rest as long as you need to. I don't know why I gave her that kind of voice. Oh. Okay, I got an hourglass. Neat. And an all divide? Don't know what that is. So, where did we turn up? Oh wow, this is a pretty nice looking place.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, Yuri, are you feeling better now?
Yeah. How about you guys? Are you alright?
Yes, it would seem that way.
We all collapsed in the desert, right? So what are we doing in this town?
Seems like someone came to our aid. Though we're not sure who.
What about the couple who was with us?
They appear to have been brought here as well.
So they didn't get a look at our rescuers either?
Apparently they lost consciousness like the rest of us. I believe the two of them are having a look around town.
I wonder, was it just a mirage?
What do you mean?
Oh, just before I blacked out, I saw that dragon that got the air under control back at Katos.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you see it, Estelle?
No, I didn't see anything.
Was it just a mirage then?
It's never just a mirage.
So what's the story? Where exactly are we?
I mean, that thing did also kind of save us by the one air grenade.
Kindly gentle. Oh, you mean the old man?
Alright. Rita and Carol seem to be okay now.
There's no barrier here. This town is weird.
I thought the mountains in the east were supposed to be uninhabited.
Rita, Carol, over here.
Do they just live in peace with
What's
monsters? That would be pretty cool.
The monster that attacked us in the desert dropped it.
I didn't see any feathers on that thing.
That's one of Pharaoh's feathers. But why would that monster have one of Pharaoh's feathers?
Maybe it's a baby pharaoh.
Man,
I don't know.
there's so much we don't know.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Raven and Repeat just kind of hang out sometimes, I guess.
And just why was it up to me to go tromping off on a recon mission?
If I'd gone, this sweet young lady would have been all alone with you. That's far too unsafe.
Good point.
Unsafe? You can't possibly mean me.
I think Repeat wants a treat.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm gonna gag.
Suppose I don't mind people thinking I'm dangerous. Adds to my mysterious charm.
Oh, Raven.
It seems we're in Jormungand. You know, that town from the diary on the ghost ship.
Oh, right. We can finally
Wait,
leave
this
that
is
box
Jormungand?
wherever.
The town that needed the clear seal crystal to protect itself from monsters?
Oh, that's why it doesn't
It
have a
makes
barrier, I
sense.
guess.
They don't have a barrier here. That's reason enough to be looking for a way to keep out monsters.
But that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah. And I find it strange that they were getting by at all without a barrier.
You're right.
What if we were to show this case to one of the locals and ask them? Yes, we might learn something about Pharaoh that way as well.
I agree.
Okay, we got Pharaoh's Feather. Pretty nice. Welcome to Jormungand. I think that's how they're saying it. It's a little hard for me to hear. The Heartland town. Heartland of what? Okay, yeah, sure, likes and dislikes.
Jormungand and Mantique are totally different. It's much cooler here. Maybe it's the ocean.
But it seems boring. I wonder what the folks here do for fun.
I kind of like it. This kind of calm, quiet village suits me. I can't stand loud people.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, old man.
She was talking about the town, not about me.
Maybe.
Do you really hate me that much?
That's harsh. Well, this treasure chest is just out in the middle of nowhere, so I guess I'll take it. Lemon bottle. Yeah, I could use one of those. Been using a few limit bottles lately. General store. I'm gonna do some shopping. Alright, now that I spent all my hard-earned desert money on more food and I still can't find any tofu. You're not Kozakura. What? Are you? Are you Kozakura? Nah, you're not Kozakura. Okay. See what they mean, though. This town might seem kind of boring.
I had no idea there were villages in the middle of the sands of Kagor.
I'm impressed they've managed to live here without a barrier to protect them.
They don't even have outer walls. Any monster could destroy this village easy. I don't feel like I could really get a good night's sleep in a place like this.
I do wonder how they handle the danger of wild monsters.
I guess everyone in town is just really strong.
Could you be any more stupid?
That'd be great. This, like, if this little girl was actually, like, a master spearman, can fight off monsters herself, so could this lady. You came from across the sea. You must be so tired. You've been on a ship for a long time, yes? What? No? Blastia? What's that? Oh, wow, this place is in the Stone Age. Or the Umbrella Age. This town is currently facing a terrible crisis, a threat of giant monster attack. I don't know, this place seems pretty undamaged. What's up on this deck? Oh, there's the parents, but treasure is more important to me than people, I think, so... A simple tent. Oh, hi.
That box.
Do you know something about this box?
Yep, I've been carrying it like this the whole
Where did
time.
you get it?
On a ship called the Atherum, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Of course. You know about the Atherum too?
Wasn't the Atherum from like years and years
Yes.
ago?
We happened to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Lanchi?
And Lanchi would be...
Oh, Lanchi is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Looked like Longchi had been there for a long time.
Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
You're...
hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself.
and a skeleton.
Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atherum.
Oh, I thought
Do you
that ship
know
was
about
like
the
really,
Clear
really
Seal
old
crystal?
though.
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
Oh,
Could I have the box?
it's not full of some kind of awful dark secret that makes monsters attack, is it? Because monsters have been attacking us ever since. Whoa,
Crystal?
it's big.
Looks like it.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert. A Critian?
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia? But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emmead Hill in Cair Bakram. But I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand.
That's okay, neither do
The
I.
sage said that the clear CL crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Longchi set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
Okay, I thought it was like
3 years, huh?
300
You must be
years.
worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
Okay, so
How
it
old
wasn't
is
just
she
me.
anyway? Is that sage in this town? Where does he live?
Are we like
Oh, yes. He lives in the house farthest into the town.
are we like
I
displaced
think
in
it might be
time?
faster if we went to talk to the sage. Yes, maybe so.
Oh, tell me this story doesn't have time
if
travel.
you're going there, could you take the clear CL crystal to the sage for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Maybe this place is in like a time bubble.
What was the deal with that weird monster we ran into in the sands of Kogor?
Just the thought of it still sends chills down my spine.
Was that thing even alive?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it wasn't anything like other creatures that make their home in the desert.
Huh. Another astute observation from Captain Carroll.
Whatever it was, I hope we never see it again.
Me too.
The Outbreaker, the manta ray guy. Thank you so much for saving us. I want to hurry back to Montauk and see the kids. The kids must be worried. If only they didn't come looking for us. Yeah, why were you guys out in the desert again? Because, like, the magistrate in Montauk makes people go out into the desert, I guess? What's up, dog? What? That other one was... Okay. It was like, woo! If you have a question, you should ask the sage. You can really depend on him. Our current mayor is too young and unreliable. I don't really get involved in politics, thank you. So let's wrap around here. Man, I'm feeling tired, which is bad. I gotta get a lot more episodes done if I'm gonna keep up with my release schedule. It's really gonna be the only chance I have time to play this for the next couple weeks. I don't know you. Yeah, that's good. Not talking to strangers. And here is a cat. A very inquisitive cat, apparently. Sage's what residence? Sorry, I wanted to see if I could steal from the sage before I went in and talked to him.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
You? How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
Is that why Raven was away from the party before?
And yet, how did you...
Because anytime this guy's around, Raven usually sneaks off.
No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
Okay, so Duke is the Sage of Jormungand, I guess.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any blastia.
Wait, why do you have a problem with that,
Who would
Rita?
even consider building a barrier blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
Rita, stop being a
It's
prude.
a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
Rita's about to get
They
schooled.
are most commonly known as apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
Oh, that was something Raven was talking about before.
So this is an apatheia? Also, I am not the sage.
Okay, you're not the Sage, you're just
No
Duke.
such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing. Whoa! What are you
hey.
doing? Hold on a sec.
Is that gonna explode? Dude.
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock.
Oh man! Just when I found one.
Duke, what the hell?
The apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
I was running around the ghost ship for an hour for that
Is
thing.
that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
Yeah, jeez.
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
Yeah, I think we're in like a
But
time
still,
bubble.
There are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know.
Yeah,
Pharaoh
please.
referred to me as a poison.
An insipid poison.
I see.
You know something, don't you?
Duke, you want to put that sword away? You're making me nervous.
In this world, who possesses a power the Andalikeia despise.
Who possesses a power the Antilexia... Okay.
You mean me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Okay.
Child of the full moon. Like in the legend.
Um,
By Entelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Entelekea have against me? Against a child of the full moon?
Okay.
What is this power the child of the full moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Entelekea themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the child of the full moon.
Is that a good thing? Is it,
Estelle, give it a rest.
Hey, Regay, Jaeger from Ruins Gate talked about the Entelekea earlier, didn't he?
did he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
Oh, right, okay, okay.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
He doesn't have thumbs.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Air Krene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension.
I'm sure they don't. We're pretty smart.
Go. I have nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita,
I gotta use that excuse. The answer exceeds your comprehension. Why didn't you eat your vegetables? The answer to that exceeds your comprehension.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said the child of the full moon he mentioned was the sister of brave Vesperia, right?
Okay, so it's like an ancient
Yeah.
legend. Alright.
Goddess
kind of forget the
bathes
legend.
This world in her golden light. You are named Child of the Full Moon.
Right, okay.
Your brother, brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Okay.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
It always is.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle is the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
Oh, wait.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in apatheia myself.
Yeah. Besides, we should make sure we're ready before heading back into the desert. Why don't we head back tomorrow? Rita, think you can tie up your loose ends in a day?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I was really trying to ditch you guys.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
Alright, parting with everybody. Duke, come on, why won't anybody talk to me? Why won't anybody just explain to me what's going on? What do you think? The truth is, the villagers' faith in me has been wavering because of the sage's help. Oh, are you the mayor? Are you the mayor that we were talking about before? I'm not sure whether to be grateful or perturbed. It's a strange feeling. Yeah, that's being mayor for you. Hey, Rave. Hey, old man. You can feel free to go on ahead to Nordopolica. Hey there, youngin. What, you want to get rid of me? What, you want to get rid of me so soon? Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter all on our account. Honestly, I could do fine without your concern. Wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altosk's work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity. What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff. It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean? We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine. You sure? Anyway, I ain't about to go back through the desert to that cave myself. If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they? In that case, we'd collect your bones and the letter and deliver them as promised. Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey! Anyway, just so long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time. No problem. Alright, that's good to know. I kind of like that all the different characters have their own goals. Everybody has something that they're doing. Stell's playing with children, I think. You weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all. But I learned about some very important things. The child of the full moon and the Analekea, I think that's how you say it. But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly. But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out. Yes! That's what I've been saying! It looks like we'll never know the truth then. After all this, it's like I'm being told I should just give up. No way. Maybe. Huh? Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all. What do you mean? If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I had just kept living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the child of the full moon, or the Analekea, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead. So you're saying you should just go back to the capital? I think that's definitely an option. If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you. Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all. That's true. It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life. And I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really? Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation. You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right? Yes. Gotcha. So, go to meet Pharaoh or don't go to meet Pharaoh? Gruff. Gruff indeed. I think I'm going to have to stay at the end eventually. To keep the ball moving. Anybody else I can talk to, though? Judith? Rita? Carol? Yeah, we're gonna have to take this fine couple back. We should at least, like, send them a letter. Send a letter to the kids, so that the kids stop worrying. We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all. Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dongrist? That might be best, but would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle? I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her. Alright. This sure is a serene little town. Huh. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange. Yeah, but I think it's relaxing. Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dongrist. That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up. You too, Yuri? Well, yeah, sure. But if we're going to work together in Brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base. We could always make someplace new, you know. Someplace new? Yeah, you know. Everyone thinks of Dongrist as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city. Brave Vesperia's own city? Yeah, I like that idea. Well, either way. We've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that. Yeah. Now that you mention it, Nordopolica is Pastrale's city, isn't it? Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica is more of a guild city than Dongrist, even. Yeah, and Bellius rules the city, too. Nordopolica, Leader of a city, Duce of a guild. I wonder what sort of person Bellius is. Yeah, we got a lot we're gonna have to figure out. Let's go find Rita and Judith. Judith is probably, like, at the entrance. Like, probably I have to start leaving to talk to Judith, because that's how it always seems to be with her. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can go back in. Maybe Rita's there. Yep. I have nothing left to say to you. Oh, wow, he was serious. He really has nothing left. Put the sword away, Duke. You're not going to follow him? What's the point? He's not going to talk to me. So this was a complete waste of time? Well, I wouldn't go that far. Apathia. When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic. You think the Apathia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control? Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis. So, when the Blastian Heliord was going out of control, you think there was an Apathia nearby? And the air crane in Cave Mach, too? Too bad. There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apathia has been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then. I see. It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right. You don't sound very sure of yourself. In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, then you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Yep, that's science. Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all. What are you going to do now? The next step after a hypothesis is testing it. Let's not get anybody killed, Rita. But, you lose your... Wait, what? Your concentration on what? I guess trying to make a plan. Alright, so this is, So Duke isn't the sage. Someone else is the sage, and they're not here. Is that right? Is it you? Are you the sage? Answering my question with a question. Okay, and I'm going to follow my hypothesis that Judith is at the very beginning of the town, because that's how these things work. You gotta talk to every character. Gotta talk to every character to really know what's going on. That's a nice little overhang garden, a hanging garden there. Yep, that's how she rolls. You're always out walking around, aren't you? Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person. That's unexpected. You seem to have some problem staying put yourself. I'm pretty restless myself. That's not so unexpected, I think. Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time. Yeah, back when you were wearing the weird white armor. Yes. Yeah, where is that armor? I feel like that would be a lot better. Are you going to go look for Pharaoh by yourself? Nah. Oh, then where were you planning on going? Only on a walk. Oh, I see. Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently? Yes, it has. Judith, you're full of crap. You know, not that I mind that she's not wearing armor, just I feel like... Well, she wouldn't have so many aerial moves, I guess, if she was wearing that heavy armor. I guess that heavy armor is better for mounted combat, and she doesn't have Baol anymore. So, yeah, actually makes more sense than I gave it credit. Yeah, let's stay at the inn. And then I think we gotta head back into the desert. I thought that would be a cutscene or something. But Estelle's not out here anymore.
Glad you could make it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You'll be heading back too, right?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
How about us? What's our plan after this?
I'm headed for the air crane and the Wizened of Kados. But I am curious about the Entelikeia, too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Bellius.
I'd like to meet Bellius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce.
So it sounds like we're all
I wanna
going
see just
the
what
same
kind of
direction.
person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
It's Nordopolica for me, too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights in Mantake.
Oh, I forgot Flynn was in
That's assuming
Nordopolica.
He's still in Nordopolica, of course.
I keep saying Nordopolica wrong. Sorry about
I
that.
want to know why the Antilochea hate the child of the full moon, which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Once again, Estelle's goals is completely conflicting with everybody else's.
Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Antilochea, correct?
Yes?
I imagine Belius could tell you if you met with her.
Why?
Why? Because of the connection between the Antilochea and the Colosseum?
Oh, yeah, I guess the
I
Antilochea
do
did
remember Jaeger
build it.
mumbling something about the Antilochea of Nordopolica.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wiesent of Kados on the way to see Belius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
Right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to go in a specific order to get back there. It is kind of linear.
Didn't Peleus only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her. I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
It's okay, we only have to cross an entire desert, and then through a channel of caves, and then across a big field. Alright, so, I'll save that for next time. So, next time, we have only a few simple tasks. We just got to meet the Duce and give a letter to the Duce and stop by the Air Crane and get these parents back to Montauk and then figure out what's going on with Pharaoh. But besides that, everything's gotten pretty straightforward. So thank you for joining me for another episode of Tales of Vesperia. This has been Comic, and I'll see you guys next time. I don't want to walk through the desert again.